Jenny.
But I am their youngest daughter, and I wrote something, so bear with me. I'll read it fast. It's some memories. One of my youngest memories growing up was on Passover. We had this big Seder. In fact, it was so huge that tables and chairs wouldn't fit, so my parents decided we would sit on the floor with pillows, lounging as it says to do. I remember maybe 60 people because my parents never wanted to turn anybody away. This included a man who came to the door selling something in the middle of the Seder. So of course they invited him to stay, which he did. Instances like this were not uncommon for me growing up. As Mom and Dad said, even a beggar on the street is holy. Mom, the creative, artistic, and maybe slightly a little less, shall I say, far out, then Dad would say to him, "You invited how many more for Shabbos, for Passover? Okay, we're at our limit." Then a few days would pass and she would say, "Oh, I invited a family of 7 from Ethiopia because they're here." And they would just come and they had nowhere to go, and on it went. My dad, who has an amazing ability to listen, is the social one, often making a slew of friends in grocery stores, planes, restaurants, wherever it may be. People will spill their life stories to him within an hour of meeting him. My parents, yin and yang, work amazingly well together. They grew up together, not apart. Their teamwork, love, and friendship always inspired and amazed me, more so now than ever before. I remember them telling me once, with the right partner in life, you will move at warp speed. And probably my dad said that as it's a Star Trek quote. To the goals you want to achieve. I live in Bloomington, Indiana, where we lived when I was growing up until the age of 14. My parents often took in our friends who were having trouble in their own homes. These kids would have places at our Shabbos table and get guidance, love, encouragement, and support, and hugs. To this day, I have friends who declare, "Jackie and Leon are my parents too." About a year ago, I ran into a girl that was one of these kids. She was a friend of my brother and sister's, and I remember her staying with us one summer. She is now in her late 40s and a successful therapist and has a teenage daughter of her own. We were chatting along about that time and about Mom and Dad, and she started to cry. She said, "You know, your parents saved my life." She went on to tell me that summer that she was contemplating suicide, and then she got an invitation by my brother to Shabbos. She said that the love and acceptance and openness that she saw at that table changed her mind, and that her life mattered. She ended up staying at our house for the whole summer, and she's awesome. But I hear this time and time again. My parents taught me that love comes first, and to look upon people with good eyes, that everybody has a story. Love is more than a feeling, it's an action, and my parents have demonstrated that throughout their 50 years. So, their beloved Rebbe Shlomo, may he rest in peace, used to say to people, "It's my holiest honor to do this, my holiest honor to do that," and he truly meant it. So I say to you both, it's my holiest honor to be your daughter. I consider myself extremely blessed to have such amazing, loving parents and a Bubby and Poppy. And I leave you with a blessing and a quote from Bob Dylan. "May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung. And may you stay forever young."